I can't see spirits, but I can feel their presence and communicate with them. Normally, I feel a weight on my shoulders and an increasing heat on my back whenever an entity is around. Not so the last time, and this is what happened. First of all, here is the background to the tragic events leading up to my encounter. I am working at the reception of a hotel. One of my coworkers' sons had been undergoing treatment for leukemia ever since he was 2 years old. Twice a year, he needed to go to Barcelona for a couple of weeks to have intensive treatment and daily checkups. Last month he had been there again for 3 weeks already when the doctors made their morning checkup and found a tumor in the boy's brain. After receiving the bad news, my colleague asked the doctors if there was any chance for an operation. The doctors said, "Unfortunately not." And after further questioning by the parents, the doctors gave their boy a life expectancy of only a month or 2. But they would have more precise information after next morning's checkup. Next morning came, and after screening the new tumor, the doctors had to break the shocking news to my colleague and his wife, that their son only had some mere hours to live. That evening, after I had finished work, I went to see some friends of mine. We were sitting on their terrace, when I felt the familiar sensation of a spirit approaching, but instead of looming across my shoulders, it was swirling in circles around my back, giggling and shouting, "I'm free! I'm free!" in a high-pitched voice. So I thought, well, that's that then. Believing that my coworker's son had just died. But a second later, without thinking, I was telling myself, no. This was an elemental spirit, probably of the air type. When I came into work the following day, I was told that the boy was still alive, although he unfortunately passed on later that evening. So I am wondering, was that spirit my colleague's son, although he was still alive at that moment, another child spirit, or an elemental spirit? Thanks a lot for taking your time to read this story. Thanks for sharing your thoughts, and, above all, thank you for including my colleague's son in your prayers. Please, subscribe.